Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am delighted to be joined by none other than Mr. Adam Smith. How are you doing?
Good, Melissa. I've had a great night. I hope you have as well.
I really have. It was a fantastic card.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk through it quite briefly because I know that it's very late here. But obviously, Riakporhe and Turchi, Turkey.
We can talk about it as long as you want, but Daniel Dubois is in the ring pretty soon, and I'd like to see how he gets on. So, but yeah, Richard Riakporhe, fantastic performance. We called on him to make a statement tonight. We wonder whether he'll be, aiming for a world title in this next fight. I had a long chat with him after Dion Juma, and I think we both felt that maybe he needed 2 or 3 more fights. But the manner of victory tonight against a pretty tough, seasoned, durable, good European level heavyweight, cruiserweight rather, in Fabio Turchi, was brilliant. It was a fantastic shot. And he's proved he can do it with his left and his right hands now. The power is there for all to see. Everyone keeps questioning it. Is he good enough technically? Can he be a world champion? Look, I don't think there's going to be a lot of world champions looking to fight Richard Riakporhe with the power that he's got. So it's up to Ben and I to sort of work out what the best route is, whether it's another southpaw like Makabu or whether we go. Obviously, it was an eliminator for Bradis' title. I'm not sure whether Richard needs maybe one more. We'll talk about it, or whether we go straight for it. 15-0, maybe Sweet 16 will be the world title. I know he wants it. We just have to ascertain whether it's right. He is 32, but maybe it's no point waiting any longer. And I think that unification, maybe if he gets his hands on a world title, the unification against Lawrence Okolie is going to be one of the biggest British fights in a long time. And obviously there's a promotional divide, but when the fans want to fight, normally takes place if we can make it happen. So we'll be doing everything we can to give Richard the fights he deserves. He's cleaned up at domestic level. He's proved now he can deal with international opposition like your Fabio Turchi, and we've got to listen to this. And he's got real momentum. He's got the looks, he's got the story, he's got the football team behind him. The future's pretty bright.
The future's extremely bright for Richard. Everyone talks about his right hand tonight. He showed that left uppercut to the body. It was just the left hooks to the body, It was just beautiful, set up so nicely. He says that he's the man. Maybe it's time for him to go out there and, show that he is.
Yeah, it was quite funny on commentary tonight because Fraser Clark predicted a win for Riakporhe within 4 rounds. And Tasha was just setting it up nicely, saying, I wouldn't go anywhere if you think Richard Riakporhe's prediction's going to come true. And, they say the commentator's curse, but Matt said to Tash, have you got the lottery numbers for tonight as well? It was pretty funny. But, yeah, listen, it was a great performance from Riakporhe. And he's proved, he can punch with both hands. Johnny said that. He took him on the pads just recently and said that there's freakish power in there. But obviously, they've settled him down, and Angel Fernandez and now Robert Garcia in the camp as well. You've got 2 pretty astute men there behind you. You've got AJ and Fraser alongside him. It's a wonderful stable. It's buzzing. Why not? Maybe it's time to push the button and go for Richard in a world title shot.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Chriscongo. That was an absolutely beautiful display from him. Now WBC Silver International title holder. He really delivered tonight. He said he needed the opportunity, and he did.
Yeah, he boxed well tonight, Chris. He boxed well in patches. Famela made it difficult. It wasn't the prettiest fight. It was a good performance, though, from Chriscongo. There was a lot of pressure on him. Would he deliver? Could he become the first guy to stop Famela? But I think he went about his work very nicely under Ben Davison and Barry Smith in the corner. I think Chris boxed really well, and I'd like to see him in with Florian Marku next. I've said that to Ben Shalom. I think that's a great fight for London, and Florian will bring all his Albanian fans, and Chris will fancy it, and I think it will be a terrific matchup. I think it should happen next.
Last question from me, Adam. What was your favourite fight of the night?
Well, listen, I'm not hiding behind the fact that I'm extremely excited about Lauren Price and where she's going to go with her career. So for me, probably the highlight, Riakporhe's left hook was fantastic, but the highlight for me was seeing Lauren get going. Do you know what? It was 6 rounds of beautiful boxing. Her mobility, her speed, she just shapes up like a high-class fighter. And it just looked effortless, the way she just transferred from amateur to pro. She hasn't fought since Beijing. So obviously there was a little bit of rust and maybe it wasn't a destructive performance like some were hoping, but I just wanted to get her going. 6 rounds of beautiful boxing. Lauren Price is going to be an absolute superstar. I think she's going to become a world champion at different weights, and I think we've got to enjoy her run. I remember being in this arena when Katie Taylor turned professional back in 2016. She had all the amateur accolades behind her. She had to do it as a pro, and how well she's done it. She's been the flag bearer. She's been the absolute icon. Excuse me a sec for Daniel Dubois here. I'm trying to keep half an eye on the fight. She's been an icon for boxing, and there'll never be another Katie Taylor, but there might not ever be another Lauren Price. What she's achieved in different sports, rather like Katie actually, in football, in kickboxing, and in amateur boxing. I just hope that her professional journey is as exciting. I think it will be. Karis, her partner, turns pro in a couple of weeks, and they are the power couple that I was hunting down. I was putting so much pressure on Ben Shalom night and day to sign them, and fortunately we have them. I think they're going to bring boxing into a new era, and I'm very excited. And now it's Karis's turn in a fortnight. Then Caroline comes back on July 2nd. So it's very exciting times.
Thank you so much for your time, Adam. I really appreciate it.